Sam stepped into Office 404 for the first time, his eyes widening at the sight. The office was a kaleidoscope of colors and shapes, with desks arranged like a labyrinth. Employees, dressed in wildly mismatched clothes, typed away at antique typewriters, completely ignoring the state-of-the-art computers sitting untouched. He approached his desk, finding a note that read, "Rule 1. The impossible is often the untried. Rule 404. There are no rules." Sam chuckled, thinking it was a joke, until he saw his neighbor diligently working on a typewriter upside down. Lunchtime was another adventure. The cafeteria served dishes Sam couldn't identify, and the menu of the day changed every time someone blinked. He settled for a sandwich that looked safe only to find it tasted like strawberries and steak. A surprisingly delicious combination. After lunch, Sam attended his first meeting, the agenda, to decide the color of the binders, which, as he learned, was a matter of national importance. The discussion was intense, with passionate arguments for shades of blue he never knew existed. As the day ended, Sam realized that Office 404 was nothing like he had imagined. It was absurd, illogical, and completely fascinating. He left the building feeling bewildered but eager to return, curious about what the next day would bring. The next day, Sam arrived to find his desk had been replaced by a hammock. A note explained it was Ergonomic Experiment Week. Adapting quickly, Sam swung into his new desk, finding it surprisingly comfortable, if not entirely practical, for paperwork. His morning task was to organize a stack of papers. However, these weren't ordinary papers. They changed color and shuffled themselves when he wasn't looking. Sam couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity, eventually sorting them by the tune they hummed rather than their content. For lunch, Sam joined a group of colleagues at a table where the chairs hovered a foot above the ground. The conversation was a mix of office gossip and discussions about which pen was mightier for signing documents, ink or quill. In the afternoon, Sam was invited to participate in Project X. This top-secret project turned out to be an attempt to communicate with office plants to improve air quality. Sam, amused and curious, found himself talking to a fern about carbon dioxide. As the day ended, Sam reflected on the oddities of Office 404. Each day was unpredictable, filled with laughter and bizarre experiences. He realized that this strange place was slowly growing on him, turning his mundane job into an extraordinary adventure. On Wednesday, Sam was greeted with the news that it was opposite day. Everything he thought he knew about Office 404 was reversed. The quietest employee was now the loudest, and the coffee machine dispensed everything but coffee. His task for the day involved solving a puzzle that the manager claimed was essential for team building. The puzzle was a giant jigsaw of the office floor plan, but the pieces kept changing shape, making it a hilariously impossible task. At lunch, Sam found that the usual tables were replaced by swings. Eating while swinging was a challenge, but it turned into a fun activity as everyone laughed and tried not to spill their food. In the afternoon, Sam was tasked with writing a report. However, in Office 404 fashion, he had to write it in a made-up language that changed every hour. He spent the time inventing words and rules, creating a nonsensical yet oddly poetic document. As Sam left the office, he realized that every bizarre challenge was a lesson in creativity and adaptability. Office 404 might be unconventional, but it was teaching him to expect the unexpected and find joy in the absurd. Thursday brought a new surprise. Role reversal day. Sam was temporarily promoted to manager, while his manager took on the role of a new recruit. The office buzzed with excitement and a hint of chaos as everyone adjusted to their new roles. As a manager, Sam's first order of business was to organize a team-building exercise. He decided on an office-wide scavenger hunt. The items to find were as bizarre as the office itself, including a singing teapot and a picture of a unicorn riding a bicycle. Lunchtime was a feast organized by the new recruits. The menu was an eclectic mix of dishes from around the world, some of which Sam had never heard of. The meal was delicious and full of laughter as everyone shared stories about their new roles. In the afternoon, Sam held a meeting to discuss Project Z, a mysterious venture that no one seemed to know anything about. The meeting quickly turned into a brainstorming session for the most outlandish project ideas, leading to bursts of creativity and amusement. As the day came to a close, Sam realized that the unpredictability of Office 404 was its greatest charm. Each day was a new adventure, a chance to learn, laugh, and think outside the box. On Friday, Sam arrived to find Office 404 surprisingly normal. Desks were desks, and the coffee machine dispensed actual coffee. The change was so stark that it felt surreal, making Sam question if the past week had been a dream. His tasks for the day were ordinary, answering emails, attending standard meetings. Yet Sam found himself missing the absurdity and unpredictability of the previous days. The normalcy seemed oddly out of place in Office 404. During lunch, Sam realized he wasn't the only one feeling this way. His colleagues shared stories of their extraordinary week, laughing over the memories. They all agreed that the unusual happenings had brought them closer together. In the afternoon, the manager called a meeting to reveal the truth behind the week's madness. It was an experiment in creative thinking and team bonding. The revelation made Sam appreciate the bizarre experiences even more, recognizing their value in breaking the monotony of everyday work. As Sam left the office at the end of the day, he looked back at Office 404 with a smile. The week had taught him to embrace the unexpected, find humor in the chaos, and see the extraordinary in the ordinary. Office 404 was more than just a workplace. It was a journey into the wonderfully absurd.